Do you have someone in your life you care about who is a Tea Party patriot?
This video may help you stay close to the Tea Party patriots in your life without driving yourself batshit crazy.
I will be acting in the role of the person who is not a Tea Party patriot.
And I will be acting in the role of the person who is a Tea Party patriot.
We realize you are probably expecting some jokes at the Tea Party's expense, but that is not the purpose of this video.
Some of us actually have to sit across a goddamn dinner table with these people, and it would be nice if we could get through it without dropping F-bombs on each other before anyone can cut a piece of cake, for Christ's sake.
It is all about being respectful of the Tea Party members' views, while at the same time strictly enforcing your own boundaries.
First and most importantly, you have to refrain from referring to your loved one as a teabagger. They hate that shit.
It is difficult to overstate how important this is. If you are going to call them teabaggers, then you might as well wipe your ass cheeks with their copy of the Constitution.
We are painfully aware of the fact that it is the Tea Party who actually first called themselves teabaggers.
And it is not your fault that none of these folks bothered to Google the term teabagging to see if it had some other meaning.
Like when a man gingerly lowers his balls into the open, inviting succulent mouth of his partner. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
Boundaries.
Yes, so, don't use the term teabagger. They hate that shit.
It is also important not to accuse, imply, or insinuate that the Tea Party is racist.
It doesn't matter if you actually believe that the Tea Party is racist. Just keep that shit to yourself.
And don't make an exception to this if the Tea Party patriot insists on accusing others of being racist.
And by others, we mean President and Mrs. Obama.
And finally, don't even try to change your Tea Party patriot's mind. Your goal is to chill your loved one out, not turn the anger all the way up to 11.
Your loved one did not decide to align with the Tea Party lightly. Your aim should be to accept your loved one, including your loved one's political views.
In our first scenario, the Tea Party patriot is expressing vigorous disagreement with some widely held political view.
I don't like Obamacare. I think it is unconstitutional.
All right, I'm not going to be able to talk about this with you if you are going to call it Obamacare. I am able to talk to you about it if we agree to refer to it as healthcare reform. Do we have a deal?
What is wrong with calling it Obamacare?
Nothing, as long as you want to talk about it with someone else. If we can't agree on this, I don't see much point in taking this topic any further.
Okay, we will call it healthcare reform.
All right, tell me about a better solution to healthcare reform.
Well, Glenn Beck says that what we have now is unconstitutional.
That's fine, but I'm not interested in Glenn Beck's opinions. I'm interested in your opinions. In your words. Tell me what you think.
I think that healthcare reform should be constitutional.
All right. Tell me about an approach to healthcare reform that is constitutional. We realize that your mileage may vary from that scenario, but we hope that it illustrated some key points to keep in mind when talking with your Tea Party patriot.
The Tea Party patriot was shown courtesy and invited to return courtesy. If your Tea Party patriot is not willing to reciprocate as we illustrated in the scenario, then you may have to cut your losses and excuse yourself from the conversation.
We didn't play out any of the substance of the discussion on healthcare reform, and the subject could have been any other widely held political view.
It was particularly relevant that the Tea Party patriot was not allowed to dictate the terms of the discussion. An early objection to polarizing terms such as Obamacare can set the tone of the discussion.
Which is the whole point. To have a respectful conversation with your Tea Party patriot while also enforcing respect for your own boundaries. You aren't going to change your loved one's opinion on any Tea Party issue. But you can prevent the Tea Party from screwing up the relationships in which you have invested years, and even decades, before the Tea Party darkened your door.
The Tea Party may be able to ruin the country, but there is no reason to let it ruin your personal relationships. Enough already.
See you next time.